right, so check it out. We got our first long-range dual-motor Highland into the office today. He's already lowered this vehicle on, I believe it's Evanex springs. You can see it actually has a forward rake. We did take measurements. It's got a 15mm rake on it. So the front ended up around 360 millimeters from the center of the hub to the fender. The rear's at 375. We set the camber arms to factory length. You can come over here and check out exactly where his camber ended up. So he does have Mountain Pass Performance camber arms in there. He has not aligned it since he installed the springs. Again, we did not install the springs, so I don't know what the factory ride height was and how much these springs resulted in the drop. In any case, we're gonna go ahead and do some minor camber correction. It's actually not terrible. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But one thing we did notice is that the knuckle on the Highland, at least on the dual motor long range and probably the rear wheel drive, is actually a rubber bushing. On the older Model 3s, it was a bearing. So when we would upgrade to Mountain Pass rear camber arms, you would end up with a spherical bearing, a sealed spherical bearing on both sides, not only the subframe side, but also the knuckle side from the factory. That's not the case in this vehicle. So you do need to torque this knuckle side under load because it is not a bearing. So that's a neat observation that we just made. And of course, there's some other neat differences on the interior of this vehicle. And you can, I mean, the thuds. My car does not thud like that. This sounds hollow. That's a thud. All right, let's align it. All right, so check it out. We only had to pull out about 0.3 of a degree of camber and it already lifted the car. So this is something we wanted to show you guys, that your camber adjustments will affect your ride height. Now, when he came in, he had about 1.1 degrees of camber, negative 1.1 degrees of camber, and he was only at 700 millimeters. And now, just after adjusting it by 0.3 of a degree, he's at 705. So the rear of the vehicle, you guys didn't see that right there, the rear of the vehicle did lift 5 millimeters. With just 0.3 of a degree of camber change, positive 0.3 of a degree adjustment. So there you go. Now you guys know a couple of things. The Highland Model 3 does have a rubber bushing on the knuckle side for the camber arm. Height is relative to your camber. And that's about it, man. I'm excited to take this thing for a test drive, see how the new shocks feel for the Highland, the OEM shocks, paired with these lowering springs. Let's go. Wow, that was our terrible driveway. Wow, that's pretty amazing. What? Dang, that's so soft. That is crazy. There you go, guys. Did a little quick drive on the new Highland Model 3. So you guys got to see my initial impressions on the new shocks, the new suspension. They're way more comfortable than the older ones, like my old Model 3 Performance, the 2020s. So thumbs up, Tesla, on that. Good job. And you guys also got to see kind of how camber affects ride height. So make sure you guys get your camber adjusted, set your coilovers correctly based on camber corrected alignments. And you guys got to see what the rear knuckle looks like. So, I mean, they have a bushing in there now. It's not a bearing like it used to be. So there you go, guys. That's all I got for you on this one. It's really short and sweet. We'll see you on the next one.